for the singles final.
Please welcome to Rod Laver Arena from Kazakhstan, Elena Rybakina. And her opponent, Aryna Sabalenka.
Well, she has said, I want you Aussies to cheer for me. All the way through Brisbane, which she defended her title a couple of weeks ago. Right through here at Melbourne Park and building a nice fan base as well. As the two players walk out onto court, and I think it was Sabalenka who had the bigger crowd support.
I think so. That's what I heard as well. I mean, it's completely packed in this stadium, not a seat open in the house, and people still trying to just funnel into the stadium. It is, yeah, already some buzz around here. This is going to be exciting. I think these fans are going to provide an amazing atmosphere for these ladies.
Well,
Sabalenka already ready to go out.
She's in a hurry.
On the court. She is in a hurry. Rybakina still trying to organize herself. Here she comes.
So now comes Rybakina. Our umpire from Benalla in Victoria is Tom Sweeney.
We have Grace to help us today. Easy for me, blue from the towel, white for the towel. Any questions? No, all good. Grace, who would you like to ask? Asking that side, and what's the question? AO is the call. And it's AO. Serving.
Sabalenka has won the toss and will serve. And that young hotshotter has been practicing that coin toss because that was textbook.
It was. It was
absolutely
very good.
Textbook. That's what you want for your final. With that coin spinning, it's fantastic. And they had the trophy right in beside them as that was happening as well. The teams will go to their corner. There's been a lot said. There's been a lot written. There's been a lot talked about in terms of these two and how they match up. You want to give us your sense of who's going to win tonight?
Oh, who's going to win? Oh, I think we realize that one is very, very up in the air. I think I'm going to give the slight edge to Rybakina, but that's very hesitant that I'm saying that. I just feel like she had such a great end of the year last year, and she played so well in that WTA finals, and I feel like her form has just been outstanding. Obviously on a big winning streak right now. Having won the titles. I know she lost in Brisbane, but still excellent tennis. And I think what Sabalenka brings, what I mentioned earlier, is she does have more variety than Rybakina for sure. She can drop shot, she can slice, she can throw in some angles, especially on the forehand where she can really use the spin off the court. But it's tough to be able to use all those tools with the type of ball Rybakina brings. And so if Rybakina can bring that pace, that depth that she's so good at, she's such a clean ball striker. She wants to take all that variety away from Sabalenka in this matchup.
They met the Australian Open in the final a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, 4-6, 6-3, 6-4, 2 hours and 28 minutes for Aryna Sabalenka.
Yeah, I think it's going to be just as tight.
Yep,
yeah.
I think that's the genuine, that's the wisdom from around here at Melbourne Park. But we are not a duo tonight, we are a trio. And as tradition dictates, Kate Kearns, well, I think it's a law that we have here on AO Radio.
We have to have Kate.
You must include Kate Kearns,
absolutely,
the finals broadcast.
Absolutely written in the contract.
It is, and we are so happy to have you again,
Jill,
Kate.
hey, Pete. Very excited for tonight's match.
How do you think it's going to play out?
Oh, I'm leaning now towards Rybakina. I've changed my mind since 11 o'clock this morning when I said Sabalenka. But no, I actually think Rybakina can. I think it's going to be 3 sets, but I think she can get through. I don't think she's phased at all by facing Sabalenka. She knows how to absorb the power. She's got that massive serve. It is, she can really dominate if she can get a big first serve percentage. And I think it just makes it really hard for Aryna. So, look, it's, toss the coin. But I've just got that sense that she's up for the fight this evening.
I've changed my mind 50 times since we knew what the final was.
Now, most importantly, Kate, we've got people's emails coming through.
We certainly do.
How can they get in touch with us this evening?
Well, go to the Ask the Booth form, fill it in at ausopen.com or email us aoradio@tennis.com.au. I need names. I need where you're listening to us from. I want temperatures. I want to know all the details of your life, and then I'll decide whether or not I can read that out on radio.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that's sensible practice there, but if you don't give your name, Kate's going to make up one for you. So you do not want that.
You do not. No, that's just something you need to avoid it. Yeah. I've been pretty good this year, Pete. I've not been too ruthless in that regard. But
people have been learning. You've been trained them well.
It may change tonight.
Okay. Well, keep an eye on them. We'll cross back to you in the sit-downs as we work our way through this match. There is not a spare seat to be had. Everyone's gotten in.
It's packed. It's completely packed.
Absolutely packed here. So, final word?
Well, I said mine already.
Yep, but just
what's your final word?
My final word is
who?
I said Sabalenka at the start. We've got it recorded, so I'm going to say it again.
Okay. Are we doing like scores and stuff like this?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, I don't want to do that anyway.
No.
That's too hard.
It is. We're just going to sit back and enjoy it. Well, obviously talk at the same time, but wherever you're listening around the world, here on AO Radio tonight, it is the women's singles semi-final, women's singles final. That was last Thursday night. Oh dear. 49 seconds for them to get this one underway. Tomorrow night, it will be the men's singles final. It will be Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic. History to be made there. History to be made tonight. The players can both see the trophy that they're playing for. It's to the side of the court. Rybakina gets up from her chair. There's a quick word with the umpires, just asking for something. And we'll run over and put her towel in the box. She was just confirming what towel box she was having. And Aryna Sabalenka is at the line, ready to go. On AO Radio, this is the women's singles final for 2026. And Sabalenka winning the toss, electing to serve from our commentary end. And the final is underway. The serve out wide, stretch forehand from Rybakina. It's a half-court ball. Forehand up the line from Sabalenka is a winner. And it's 15-love.
And I think the very first serve that Sabalenka hit was that slice out wide. And I think that's going to be a big play for her because it opens up the court. She's going to want to try and get Rybakina on the move right away on that first ball. I like that start from Aryna.
The serve down the tee is an ace. And it is 30-love.
And I think also going to the forehand quite a bit. I mean, we saw in Rybakina's semi-final match when Pegula started able to pressure Rybakina a little bit more. She did target that forehand side.
As in this opening game, Sabalenka will serve out wide. Rybakina with a cross-court forehand. That's a clean winner.
That was fast.
Cross-court. That shot through the court. And Sabalenka can't believe it. It's 30-15.
I know. She just smirked and looked at her team and just gave a little smile. She's even, I think, appreciating how fast that ball came back at her off the serve. Barely had time to react.
No time to react at all. As we wait for the serve to come in. Down the tee, big off forehand from Rybakina. Up the middle of the court goes Sabalenka. Rybakina with a cross forehand is deep. Dug out again by Sabalenka, but this ball's going wide. And she just sort of glares up for a moment because that's a heavy ball that Rybakina's bringing to the table. It's 30 all.
And great target, too. Just got that ball nice and deep. And she disguises it well when she runs around to take that forehand. She can take it anywhere. That time whipping it more inside in.
So now we wait. And the serve coming in. Out wide, guessing there was Rybakina. Another clean winner. Forehand up the line. She was leaning that way. She read it. It's break point early here for Rybakina.
She was leaning that way significantly, actually. As soon as Sabalenka went up for that toss, she moved over very early to take that serve away from Sabalenka.
As we wait now, the serve from Sabalenka. Out wide, backhand. Oh, almost hit the umpire's chair from Rybakina. Tom Sawyer had to lift his legs. And we're a juice.
That was a good change-up from Sabalenka, going flat, hard, out wide. Obviously, Rybakina knows her service pattern, so it's going to be important for Sabalenka to mix it up.
As the serve from Sabalenka onto the backhand of Rybakina up the middle of the court, dug out by Sabalenka. Cross-court forehand from Rybakina. Big cross-court forehand missing from Sabalenka. And we have another break point for Rybakina in the opening game.
I know I say this all the time, but I love this view that we have.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
It just gives you a sense that, like, how hard the ball is being struck. And right now, Rybakina, I think, has a little bit more than Sabalenka, which is crazy to say, because Sabalenka, as we know, hits with a ton.
Sabalenka under pressure early. Serve out wide, misses. Second serve. Break point number 2. And the second serve. Onto the backhand, rip cross court by Rybakina. Point in the middle of the court from Sabalenka. Point to point, they go big point. She's gone wide again, Sabalenka. We have a break of serve in the opening game for Elena Rybakina. That was a little bit surprising, but once she was able to free her arms, we got a good sense of the way that Rybakina is going to approach this match.
Absolutely. I mean, that she was free swinging there, and it was interesting that Sabalenka already felt the need to change direction on that forehand. During the ground strokes rally, she likes to stay cross court a lot on the forehand, likes to get into that pattern, and she prefers to change direction when she's a little bit more balanced, but she felt under pressure the need to try and change it up right away.
54% the win predictor, leaning the way of Aryna Sabalenka. To 46% for Rybakina, of course.
Elena Rybakina.
So these numbers check out. So Elena Rybakina from our broadcast end, the northern end of Rod Laver Arena, with the break already. The serve down the tee is an ace.
I would not be surprised if Rybakina went out and hit a ton of serves after that semifinal match against Pegula. She ended up coming up huge in the tiebreak, got a couple aces in that tiebreak to be able to push through and win in straight sets. But overall, her first serve percentage has dipped a little bit in the quarterfinals and the semifinals.
First serve misses here from Rybakina. Second serve. And serve onto the backhand. Rip cross court from Sabalenka. Up the line for Rybakina. Cross court point. Sabalenka goes long in the juice court. It's 30 love.
30 love.
Sabalenka already lifting her arms, looking at her team. Frustrated, a little flustered that she sprayed that one long.
Margin is 7-3, the point spread right now. Looking to win her 10th match in a row versus a top 10 opponent. Sabalenka, Świątek and Pegula, some of the victims for Elena Rybakina. First serve goes into the net. Second serve. And this serve onto the forehand of Sabalenka up the middle of the court. Backhand to off backhand. That's long again from Sabalenka. Just notice there, Jill, Rybakina very cool and calm. It just seems like she just, in this instance, had so much time on the ball.
Well, it's interesting because normally when Sabalenka takes that huge swipe on the return, the opponent's on their back foot, like expecting that big ball. But you're right, Rybakina just actually stepped into it and looked like she had all the time in the world.
The serve goes into the net from Rybakina. Second serve. And the serve. Backhand cross court. That's wide again from Sabalenka. So Rybakina off to a flyer. It's 2-love in the opening set here at the women's singles final on AO Radio.
Yeah, I think the way that Rybakina came out with those huge strikes on the ball in the first game, I mean, nothing that we didn't expect at all, but somehow it's rattled Sabalenka already a little bit because she sprayed a couple balls that you wouldn't necessarily expect in that game.
It is interesting because it's not as if there's any surprises out there.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Tactically, as the serve from Sabalenka from the far end onto the backhand of Rybakina. Cross-court backhand from Sabalenka. That's a winner.
Yeah.
That would have felt good. It's 15-love.
Smart choice on the serve, going hard into the body of Rybakina. So it's the first return she actually got to look at because Rybakina had to get out of the way and she kind of lofted it more up in the air.
There's the serve coming in from Sabalenka out wide, missing. I'll let everyone watching on our YouTube live stream as well. We have been throughout the tournament. Back to as well. Second serve. Big fine. Hammered up the line from Rybakina. 131 in the middle of the box saying, hit me. It's 15 all.
And she did.
She absolutely did.
But that's when you have the game of Rybakina, that's what you have to do. Any second serve that's just going to sit in the middle of the box, she's got to take advantage of it. That was a 126-kilometer-an-hour return from Rybakina.
The serve here, and it goes long. Second serve. And the serve. Back out the middle of the court from Rybakina. Cross-court point, nice from Sabalenka going back in behind. Didn't have to overplay that one. It's 30-15.
She did well to stay up on the baseline after that second serve, not hitting and jumping backwards, and got her legs nice and low to be able to handle the pace of the return.
So Sabalenka prepares. And the serve wide. It's missing. 8 minutes on the Rolex clock. And it's 30-15. Sabalenka looking to get on the board early in this final. Second serve. Inside the baseline, playing the ball up the line is Rybakina with her backhand. She just pushed it wide. It's 40-15.
That was interesting. You don't necessarily see Rybakina try and redirect right away off the return down the line, but obviously a tactic that she's trying to use off the second serve.
So now, game points for Sabalenka. Serve down, he misses. Full house. A sellout here for women's singles final night. The second serve, forehand up the middle of the court from Rybakina. Forehand from Sabalenka. Cross-court backhand from Rybakina. Matched by Sabalenka deeper. She'll continue in that direction, but take the net and go wide is Sabalenka. And it's 40-30.
A little bit more height on those back-to-back backhands from Sabalenka. A little bit of bad luck because that was a good strike on the ball and the let court just making the ball drift wide.
So game points. The crowd hushed. As we wait now at 40-30 for Sabalenka to deliver this ball down the tee and ace. That will feel better. Settle any sort of nerves that might be lingering for Aryna Sabalenka. Rybakina, the early break. It is 2-1 in set number 1. AO Radio live around the world. We welcome you all over the world, and Kate Kearns will bring them to you.
I certainly will. I've got one here from Tanya, who's listening from beautiful Edinburgh. It's 5 degrees with green grass and grey skies, and the coffee is in hand. Thank you for the fun conversations, the exciting play, action, each match that she's been listening. She doesn't want the slam to end, but looking forward to these finals. Cheering for good tennis and hopeful that Sabalenka can raise the trophy again this evening. Thanks, Tanya. Tiffany's listening to us from Nimbin. It's 26 degrees Celsius. That sounds like very pleasant weather, quite frankly. And just a go Aryna and go Novak.
Okay. Predicts tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Safe's listening to us from the Netherlands, Tilburg, where it's cold and breezy. Loved the River final 3 years ago and very much looking forward to tonight's match with a mug of matcha in hand. Hoping that Saba wins, but not concerned if Rybakina does because that would pain him the least. Thanks for the wonderful commentary.
Well, thank you, Kate, for the wonderful messages coming through. As Elena Rybakina, the far end from our commentary position, serving a 2-1 in the final first set. First serve goes wide. Second serve. And she will get ready now and just waiting till the ball kid gets back into position. The second serve. This takes the nets and flies well long.
Love 50.
And you, Sabalenka had read where that serve was going.
But already her stance on the return looks a little bit more ready and alert from Sabalenka. A little bit lower with the legs right out of the gates.
You wait now for serve out wide, missing Rybakina. Second serve. Onto the backhand. Shut the middle of the court from Sabalenka. Back up the line from Rybakina. Yep, it's too heavy for Sabalenka. Squash shot forehand rolls to the nets. And it is 15-all.
That's what Rybakina can do if you don't quite hit your spot on the return, no matter how hard you hit that return. If you don't get it away from her enough, she changes direction so well. That was right in the corner.
Serve here from Rybakina. The line from Rybakina. High ball from Sabalenka getting back into play. And that's missed from Sabalenka just beyond the baseline. It's 30-15.
That was good control off of that forehand from Rybakina. Again, just able to change direction down the line with a little bit more height. She did a good job of being able to control it, so she caught the corner.
As we wait now for the serve. Out wide, blocked back by Sabalenka. Back the other corner from Rybakina. Sabalenka was there. The cross forehand into the net, though. And it's 40-15. And the hustle from Rybakina. Getting the job done again.
On top of the ball so fast. And a little frustration from Sabalenka because she felt like she was there. I just didn't like the way she hit the ball. Couldn't quite get the lift that she needed to get it over the net.
As we wait now for the serve. Down the tee, misses. Second serve. Sits up. Cross-court forehand from Sabalenka. Forehand to forehand they go. That's pulled long from Sabalenka. She just waves that one away. And it's 3 games in the opening sets.
3 games to 1.
It's amazing. It was already in the first game that we saw some mannerisms from Sabalenka. I mean, I think maybe realizing that she was getting behind quite early in the rally because of the pace of Rybakina, and we're still seeing it in that game. She has to find a way to compose herself already.
So now Sabalenka serving from our commentary position, and the serve goes into the nets. Second serve. And the serve onto the backhand of Rybakina. Forehand at the line from Sabalenka. The ball in return going big from Rybakina. 15 love.
And nice from Sabalenka. That return was the first short reply we've seen from Rybakina. Sabalenka did well to move up to the ball.
So now the serve coming in. And the serve from Sabalenka goes long. 15 minutes up on the Rolex clock. Serving at 1-3 opening set of the women's singles final. The Australian Open 2026. The serve onto the backhand cross court by Rybakina. Doing well to get it back is Sabalenka, and Rybakina looks to go up the line, but she's missed. Not by much, but didn't have to really go that close to the line. It's 30 love.
I mean, that in a way, even though she missed, does put pressure on Sabalenka. You can actually see it in Sabalenka's face. Just a sense of relief that Rybakina missed that down the line.
As the serve comes in, down the tee, picked up by Rybakina. Point up the line from Sabalenka. Sliced up that line into the net from Rybakina. It's 40 love. Even though Rybakina has the break, feel that Sabalenka is settling to the task now.
She's starting to, yeah, you can feel it. She's starting to get into position a little bit better.
As we wait now for the serve. And the serve down the tees, an ace. So Sabalenka holds, but is still down a break. It's Rybakina 3-2 here in the final.
Rybakina leads
here on AO Radio, live around the world. Kate Kearns with the messages.
Well, Arvin's listening to us from Philadelphia, where it's minus 14 degrees. Oh, God, that's cold.
Yep.
Says, I've heard about your sync to TV option here,
yes.
Pete, just as well. You're there. But after trying every single day for the past 3 days and failing, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Saying that clicking the delay button doesn't seem to help. And it's just a little sad face, a little sad emoji.
I'm terribly sorry about that. I know some of the technical knowledge, but I don't know all of it.
I don't know any of it.
We'll get our boffins working on it, so hopefully we can have it ready for the The men's singles final tomorrow. It's about the best I can offer, Kate.
Well, Oven's also hoping that Rybakina wins, but he's very nervous. He said he's still traumatised by the 6-1 first set that she won against Iga at the French Open last year. Hasn't quite recovered.
Okay.
He's a nervous Nelly.
Time.
Absolutely.
And one from Gordon. Now, Gordon's listening to us from Portland, Oregon, where it's 9 degrees. And it's cloudy after midnight. Oh, yes, got to stay up late, that side of the world. But this is a bit of an odd one, but many women play a match all out and continue in a manner where they are consistently in and out of injury. Does the fault, dear Kate, Peter and Jill, lie in method or the stars? Well, it's a very interesting question, Gordon.
Can you summarise that for me?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah, no,
More
I've been
specific?
looking at it for the last
Oh, okay.
5 minutes. Can't work it out. I was hoping you guys could help me.
All right, well,
Perhaps Gordon can get back in contact with us and let us know what he's really thinking.
be slightly more specific here. It's Rybakina, second serve at 3-2, opening set, the serve. And full stretch, slice forehand into the net by Sabalenka.
15.
It's 15 love.
It's a great angle on the serve, but I'm still curious. I mean, Sabalenka's been looking at her team a lot already in this first set. Every time she makes a mistake, and you don't necessarily see that all the time. So I just would like to see her settle a little bit.
The serve down the tee, blocked back here by Sabalenka. Cross-court backhand from Rybakina. Backhand to backhand they go. Looping ball from Rybakina. Off forehand from Sabalenka. Cross-court backhand again. Backhand they continue. Now up the line from Rybakina. Cross-court forehand from Sabalenka. Rybakina, good angle. Blocked again by Sabalenka. Short ball. Cross-court backhand coming in. Rybakina hits the winner. Cross-court backhand. Effortless. It's 30 love.
That is such good balance moving forward through that ball from Rybakina. And as soon as she gets in that position, she is so good, especially on that backhand side of just striking through the ball. It stays so low over the net, just shoots through the court. It's great hands on that backhand.
Picked a moment and made the most of it. 30 love. Rybakina serves down the tee, backhand up the middle of the court from Sabalenka. Cross-court backhand, Rybakina right, hitting the sideline. It's a lob from Sabalenka that goes cross-court. Rybakina's there. It's another angled backhand winner.
Wow.
My goodness, the clean hitting from Elena Rybakina. It's 40 love.
This is a very strong start from Rybakina. But look at the capability she has because she's got such good hands with that wrist through the backhand side in particular that she can use that wrist action to get more of an angle.
As the serve coming in, Rybakina out wide, missing. Second serve. And we'll deliver this ball to the Sabalenka backhand. That's ripped cross court. Back that way from Rybakina up the line. Sabalenka clean winner. Woo, the clean hitting from these players. It's great.
Amazing.
It's 40-15.
Yeah. I almost feel like Sabalenka needs to do that first down the line. She's a little bit better at redirecting, I would say, on the backhand side. When she has the line open, the forehand doesn't quite get more line, but the backhand, she's very good at leaning into it and finding that part of the court.
So now Rybakina serves out wide. Cross-court point from Sabalenka. Back that way from Rybakina. Stretching again is Sabalenka. It's a deeper ball. Rybakina back in that direction. Cross-court with the forehand. And now back a fourth time. And this time she's missed.
That's a good
Ball stayed
get.
lower. It's
Yeah.
40-30.
Those were great gets from Sabalenka, and she went to that forehand slice because she was stretched so far out wide. But again, it was low, like you said, Peter. And just Rybakina's coach, Stefan, motioning that she should have taken that one down the line. She loves getting a lot of info from her coaching team.
Yep, leans on them a lot. As the serve here from Rybakina. The serve goes into the net. Second serve. We wait now for the serve to come in. That's out wide. It's a slice across court from Sabalenka. Just full stretch. The ball drifts wide. 4-2. Rybakina is on and ready for this contest. Opening set of the women's singles final.
I love that serve right there, that second serve. She took pace off, but still went for that kick, but purposely went for the shorter part of the court and caught Sabalenka far enough back where it just picked away from her.
As the serve now from Sabalenka. Out wide, full stretch is Rybakina with the forehand, and that's a 1-2 play from Sabalenka. Cross-court backhand winner. It's 15-love.
15-love.
That time covering that out wide serve, and Sabalenka finding enough to get that first strike on the ball.
As the serve from Sabalenka. Forehand picked up by Rybakina, goes long, and it's 30-love.
30-love.
Rybakina jumping to that return, trying to take that first serve early to rush Sabalenka. It's too good of a serve.
Sabalenka readies. Serve down the tee, goes long. Second serve. And the serve on the forehand, and into the net goes Sabalenka. It's a heavy ball from Rybakina. It's 30-15, and that's the pressure on the second serve. Percentage is good for Sabalenka though. 62% first serves into play, winning 69 on the first ball, half on the second. Rybakina, by the way, first serves into play 40%, Jill. As you noted, the importance of that first serve for Rybakina. The serve here, Sabalenka, goes out wide.
I mean, the amazing thing is she's still up a break.
Yeah.
So has been able to hold serve even with a lower first serve percentage.
Hasn't faced a break point. Second serve, Sabalenka. Onto the backhand of Rybakina. Cross court, back that way from Sabalenka. Blocked by Rybakina into the nets. Looked to drop that ball in short. Is all she could do. 40-15.
Nice there going behind Sabalenka. I think she understands that when she has time, that is a good play to try and back foot Rybakina. It's a lot when you're that tall to have to change direction when your movement is going a certain way.
So the serve now. Down the tee's an ace.
Sabalenka.
And for Sabalenka, that is ace number 4. And keep you in touch with Elena Rybakina. One break in it. It's 4-3 opening set here on AO Radio, live around the world. Kate, what have you got for us?
Well, Gordon's back in contact.
Okay, we got clarification.
He was wondering about Rybakina and Fernandez in terms of obviously coming onto the scene, making the US Open final, and then struggling with injury since.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Does that make sense?
A little bit. I don't know
does.
if Fernandez has been injured that much, but
No.
Rybakina has dealt on and off quite a bit since then, yes, where she's had to take some time off. I think she got wrist surgery as well since then.
She has.
And it's so
Both.
tough to be able to come back from an injury because the amount of mental strength it takes to trust your body again is not the easiest thing to do. And you know, I think your training block gets disrupted, that you can't give it full 100% capacity when you're trying to train to come back for tournaments. So it's tough, and it's, you know, for both of them, it's a lot of expectation on their shoulders. I actually think Fernandez has had some decent results since then, but you know, our attention goes so much to the Grand Slams that we forget. I think that Fernandez has had a couple titles since then, so she's been in pretty good form. Actually won her biggest title, I think, last year at the 500 event in DC. So that's a big title. So, you know, it takes time. We can't just focus always on the slams, even though that's where you want.
And they're still very young.
Where you want to peak. And they're still very young. There's plenty of time. Absolutely. Good. Yes, that's correct. Kate?
Thanks, Gordon.
Serve down the tee. Blocked back here by Sabalenka at the middle of the court. Off forehand. Another clean winner from Rybakina. It's 4-3, 15 love here in this opening set. Winner count 7 for Rybakina, 6 unforced errors, 9 winners for Sabalenka, 6 unforced errors. It's a clean match. The serve. Rybakina onto the backhand of Sabalenka. Miller court with forehands now, both players. Now onto the Sabalenka backhand goes Rybakina. She's in the out court, plays another angled ball. This takes the top of the net, falls back on her side. It's 15 all.
That was had a good strike on the ball there. She got unlucky that it just clipped the net because Sabalenka was being pushed back, and those two balls she fought there for Rybakina to take control.
Serve there for Rybakina, serving from the far end from our commentary position. The serve down the tee is wide. Second serve. Sabalenka stepping inside the court for this second ball. and delivers onto the forehand. Forehand at the middle of the court from Rybakina. They trade forehands in the juice court. Heavy ball, clean winner from Sabalenka. We had a good view of that one, Jill. It's 15-30.
Well, that was just way better depth from Sabalenka. And I love the fact that she stepped in a couple feet inside the baseline, and Rybakina tried to go into the body because she saw it, but Sabalenka was quick enough to get out of the way and also create great depth in that rally.
So now everyone settles again. They're enthralled by this contest. Rybakina to deliver this ball at 15-30. The serve goes long. Second serve. And the serve onto the backhand of Sabalenka. Cross-court backhands from both players in the ad court. And up the line goes Rybakina. She's just missed. Just off target. And it's break-back points here for Sabalenka at 15-40.
That was the exact same one she missed before. I mean, again, only missed it by an inch, I think. But still a great strike on the ball. I don't think she should stop going for that shot. I mean, it's really about just bringing in the margin ever so slightly.
28 minutes on the Rolex clock. The serve for Rybakina out wide, an ace.
40.
Her second for the match. It's 30-40. 174 Ks out wide. As again, Rybakina prepares. And the serve out wide is unreturnable. Wow. Sabalenka was on her racket, but she just couldn't do anything.
Overran it, actually. I think she actually ran into the ball. She anticipated almost too well. She got pretty close to it and mishit it. I mean, just seeing the replay, you could see her arms were just scrunched inside, just got caught in the body.
So we're at juice. The break points come and go for Sabalenka. And the serve from Rybakina. Out wide, block back Sabalenka into the nets, and, well, she just bangs the racket into the court. She's trying to hold that.
She's trying to chip that one back again. While shooting through the court, just you feel like you don't really have time to come over the ball with a topspin swing, and she's just trying to chip that ball back in play.
Serve coming in from Rybakina into the nets. Second serve. And this one onto the backhand. Rip cross court by Sabalenka. Backhand to backhand. They go into the nets. Goes Sabalenka. Rybakina saves a couple of break point to go to opening sets.
I think it's the backhand when Rybakina really sees that ball cleanly and gets good balance. I mean, there's been a couple times that you feel like Sabalenka feels rushed with the pace of the Rybakina backhand specifically.
We look at the forced errors. So being under pressure, 11 for Sabalenka, 3 for Rybakina. So Sabalenka now is serving to stay in this opening set. Half an hour up on the Rolex clock. And the serve from every end onto the forehand of Rybakina. Short ball, and the off forehand winner's good from Sabalenka. It's 15-love.
Yeah, easy there for Sabalenka. Again, still going for that out wide serve a lot on that deuce court. We saw in the first game, Rybakina knew it. She was all over that serve, but with the mix-up from Sabalenka, now her court position isn't so far over.
Sabalenka serves onto the backhand of Rybakina. That backhand is up the line, but it's wide.
30-love.
And it's 30-love.
Be nice for Sabalenka's case, just get a pretty easy serve. A couple break points to put that pressure back on Rybakina.
As a serve here onto the forehand of Rybakina. Cross-court backhands from both players in the ad court. Heavy topspin from Sabalenka, gets a short reply, and now goes into the open juice court for a winner. It's 40-love.
Now looking very calm. Sabalenka just took a deep breath after that point. Looking a little bit more composed.
So now the serve comes in. Onto the backhand of Rybakina. That lands on the... Miraculously, drop shot from Rybakina. Sabalenka can't get there. Wow, what a combo that was from Rybakina. It's 40-15.
I love when you have these power hitters and all of a sudden they're able to throw in the touch to show us that they're capable of having that nice soft feel on the ball too, moving forward. Great disguise from Rybakina.
Now, game points for Sabalenka to bring it back to 5-4. And the serve. Down the tee, picked up here, Rybakina goes long.
Sabalenka.
So Sabalenka holds, but it will be Rybakina serving for this opening set. 5-4 here on AO Radio, live around the world. Kate Kearns has more messages.
George is listening to us from the UK, currently in the car with the family and eagerly listening to the Sabalenka versus Rybakina women's singles final match during their car journey. It's currently 7 degrees, blue skies, and 9 a.m. in the morning. We're loving the commentary. Very impressed at how fast you're speaking through points. It is indeed a skill.
It is a skill, absolutely.
I don't know how Pete does it. I don't know how any player.
I don't know how I was doing it at 2 in the morning this morning. Goodness.
And Laurie's listening to us from Vancouver and says, loving the AO. Lucky Melbourne for the first 5 days, but back home now. And respect for both players, but feeling like Rybakina is going to get the win. The AO fans are amazing.
They
Exclamation mark.
They absolutely are.
Yes, well, they were pretty important last night, I think.
Yes, very important. I agree.
They carried us to the line. I'm talking about just Jill and I in the commentary box.
They were so important in so many ways.
Yes, the most helpful. We'll get back to you in a sec, Kate, because...
Thanks, guys.
Elena Rybakina is serving for the opening sets. The crowd, just the murmurings. As now, Rybakina sets up. Was under a bit of pressure in her previous service game. And the serve. Out wide, misses. Second serve. And Rybakina delivers this ball. Big off backhand. Up the line. Sabalenka clean winner. 140. It did sit up. It was above shoulder height, but she dragged it down nicely, Sabalenka. Love 15.
Well, it was above shoulder height, but she didn't rush it. She waited for the ball actually a little bit to come to her, so she struck it in a very strong position.
So now we wait for the serve for Rybakina. Block back here from Sabalenka. Floating ball long. On the return, it's 15-all.
You mentioned those couple break points in the previous game. I mean, no panic whatsoever from Rybakina. Took her time and hit some good serves to get out of trouble in her last service game.
As the serve comes in, Rybakina takes the net and falls wide. So second serve, 15-all, 5-4, opening set of the final. Rybakina serve onto the backhand of Sabalenka up the middle of the court. Backhand to forehand now from Sabalenka. With some angle up the line from Rybakina with her forehand, and she's gone wide again. Sabalenka with a cross backhand. It's 30-15.
Well, interesting. I actually thought Rybakina was in trouble because I feel like that's not the shot you want to give. Sabalenka opened up that backhand cross court, but she just missed it wide.
So Rybakina. There's the serve. Out wide. Blocked back by Sabalenka up the middle of the... Rybakina, no. Just a little bit wide. Again, not by much. The close call comes up on the screen and, well, it won't be a zoomer.
30-all.
But you get the idea. It was a close call nevertheless. 30-all.
Just pulled up a little bit on the forehand, Rybakina.
Jill Kravis will be joining us on the evening serve tomorrow as well.
I'm excited, yeah.
Double duty with Nat and the team. There's the serve here. Onto the forehand from Sabalenka. Takes the net, falls back on her side. It kind of sums up the set for Aryna Sabalenka. It's set point for Rybakina at 40-30.
Well, lucky there from Rybakina. That could easily, with the pace of Sabalenka's return, gone in her favor.
Set points. for Elena Rybakina. And the serve. Out wide, misses. Second serve. Getting back into it quickly. And the second serve. Backhand cross court from Sabalenka. Backhand to backhand to go. Now Sabalenka switches to a forehand cross court. Match by Rybakina. Dug out by Sabalenka. Floaty more near the baseline. Out. What a set of tennis that was for Elena Rybakina. Is she heading to getting that trophy? We shall see. 6 games to 4. 37 minutes on the clock. Well, let me just check if there's a Steve Pearce on the other side of this door.
I bet there is. We
Oh,
can't even
he's going to
open the
break
door.
it. There he is. Right, Kate,
He's
Jill,
so pro.
I'm going to leave you with it, and Steve's going to take you through the remainder of this one. Have fun.
Thanks,
Kate, to
Pete.
you.
Thanks, Pete.
Yep, we've got a few emails coming through, which is fantastic. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do that via the Ask the Booth form on ausopen.com or email us on aoradio@tennis.com.au. And Roger is listening to us from Heidelberg in Germany. It says, listening to AO Radio on our way to Austria. How exciting. Excited for the Sabalenka-Rybakina matchup. Rybakina winning this AO will be good for the tour in 2026. Thanks, guys, for the amazing commentary. Thank you, Roger, for getting in touch.
I agree with that, actually. I think it would be good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised, Jill, that she actually hasn't won more majors.
Yeah, I do think she will.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still young, which is good, and I do think she will win some more. I know, last year? No, the year before, she had a little bit of a break after the U.S. Open, just needed some time away, and I think that was healthy for her, just to do stuff outside of tennis, and then I feel like that really had a play on how well she did last year, and then of course winning the WTA finals. But I think with the way she plays, I feel like her game definitely deserves
absolutely.
multiple slams.
That's just that big serve just sets her up, doesn't it? So many easy points she can get off that. When it comes to finals, this email is from. Ooh, who is it from? Guess what?
What?
Oh no, his name is Blue. Apparently,
Blue. Okay.
Blue. Okay, from Upper Coomera in Australia, and says, when it comes to finals, how long is the longest women's match here at the AO?
Oh, goodness. I'm terrible at that stuff.
Me too.
I mean, Steve has sat down, so maybe he can help us with that.
Yeah, perhaps. And
Steve.
I've also got Ethan is looking into it, so stay with us,
Okay,
Blue.
good. Yes, we need some research.
Stay with us because we will get that answer for you.
We will. Hello,
Not too
Kate.
distant. Hey, Steve.
Where's Upper Coomera?
I don't know
where
but
that is
it
either.
sounds great.
I like the name, yes.
I am very intrigued by that. Elena Rybakina is over in her coaching pod having some very animated discussions. You'd think they just lost the first set, but they won it.
No, she loves this, though. I mean, she loves getting all this information. I think she loves kind of assessing what's happening, and she did this in her previous matches as well, and she
Yes.
was asked about it in her press conference. She was like, no, I love getting all this information, and Stefan is willing to just dish it out for her, and it somehow works. For me, that would be a little bit too much info, but she likes it, so
Whatever works for you.
whatever works, yes.
Do you think, Kate, have you got any more messages?
Yeah,
we should-
I do. I've got Callum's listening to us from the UK. He said, my sister just sent me an email and you guys read it out, but we lost signal, so we missed it. Great commentary. Keep it up. Hope you're all well. Oh, we very well, thank you, Callum. And I'm not sure what to do about that last email that you didn't hear, but
There's
maybe
nothing
if
you
I
can
find
do.
it, well, that's true.
There's nothing you
It's
can
gone.
do.
We did read it out apparently,
The
so
moment has passed.
I think we've done our part.
That's all we can do. Anything further, Kate?
Yes, I've got Jacinta from Kilmore in Victoria where it's 20 degrees. Just wants to know whether or not the roof is on.
It is.
It is, because it's a miserable evening.
No, it's not miserable.
It is quite miserable. I know you love rain.
But is it still raining? I mean, they started with
It's
the roof.
mizzling.
Oh, is it? Okay. So, just to be closed, even if it stops raining,
has
they
to stay
have to
closed.
finish with
Yeah.
the roof closed,
Yeah.
yes.
Once an indoor match, always an indoor match. So
Yes.
it's an indoor match. So-
Also, I believe I've got an answer for that previous email around the longest match.
Good.
Oh, good.
It was Osaka Kvitova. Played
Really?
2 hours, 27 minutes, and it was a 7-6, 5-7, 6-4 result.
That
Really?
That can't be the longest match ever. 2
I-
hours, 27 minutes.
Yeah, in finals.
Well, as
Oh,
soon
do you
as
mean actually in the final?
Oh, in a final.
As in
Yeah.
the final.
Well, maybe I've got that wrong then. I might go back to that email and see
Well, that's
if I've read
okay.
it
Now we know what the
correctly.
longest
that's
final
fine.
was.
That's pretty good, huh?
I think
Oh,
I
dear.
think I just interpreted it as to be the longest women's match ever.
Yeah.
I think
At the-
this
at
is
the
the last
end.
time I read emails out. I think that's where we're going with all of this. But
I
anyways,
think you're booked in for tomorrow.
Sabalenka to serve.
All right.
thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, everyone. Keep your messages coming through, please. We love hearing from you as part of the broadcast. Radio. So, second set to get underway. Sabalenka serving down the far end. Great thanks to Peter Mercado for the last
15 love.
set. Alongside you, Jill. And we saw Elena Rybakina break serve early in that first set and hang on right throughout. Let's see if the same thing happens here. Well, Sabalenka's got off to a much better start at 15 love and now 30 love in this opening service
13
game.
love.
How would you assess the first set? I know you were watching because you're just a super professional.
Well, I felt Rybakina was a little bit more settled, but I liked the way that she settled quicker. And Sabalenka, I just thought made a few surprise. She just looked a little bit nervous and on edge, and maybe a little bit too hyped up. I was even more
And early on.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. Making it just a few uncharacteristic mistakes when everything would say in the playbook, just make her play. You're the more experienced player at this level. Let her make a couple of mistakes. I'm not saying, put your guns away and don't fire anything, but she just seemed to, at times, play balls and go for lines and go for shots that weren't there. I was surprised.
It was less about, I felt more, I was paying attention to her demeanor already in the second game. She was... put her arms up in the air and motioning to her team. And I know sometimes she can do that because she likes kind of expressing herself and showing that character, and that helps her occasionally.
Yeah.
But it was just so early.
Rybakina with a very heavy forehand. Well met by Sabalenka this time, very low over the net, and Sabalenka that time didn't get the elevation she wanted.
14-15.
40-15. Opening game of the second set.
She did well to pick up the return. It was a huge strike on the ball from Rybakina down the center of the court. And Sabalenka did well to try and keep up with the pace. Sounds weird saying that, Sabalenka trying to keep up with the pace.
I know, but she's getting it given to her. Serving here, Sabalenka
Game,
finds the ace down the middle. And holds in the opening game, something
First
she
game,
couldn't do
second set.
in the first set, but you'd imagine Sabalenka is not going to go away easily here, and she holds well for 1-love in the second set. But the first set to Elena Rybakina. What have you made about the return of Stefano Vukov to Elena Rybakina's coaching pod and the upsurge in her form since then?
Yeah, it obviously works. I mean, they've, before they took that break, they were together for a long time. So obviously a relationship where they know each other extremely well. He knows how to manage probably her and her emotions and get and understand how she likes to play and where she likes to come from. And she's expressed numerous times how comfortable she is with him in her corner. And that is when he came back. That is when her results started getting better. But he's one that, he chatters a lot. And again, she says that she likes that. She likes getting fed all that information.
Sabalenka getting the high kicking serve that time off the second serve.
15
Could only dump it into the net. And she still looks unsettled to me in
Yeah.
this final. Just walking around, shaking her head, slapping her hand on her thigh. These matches can go away very quickly, unlike the men, of course. They're playing best of 3, so this can end very quickly unless Aryna can get settled into this contest right here, right now. And she steps inside with a big forehand, comes up to the net. Now she has to backpedal, doesn't play a shot. That's out from Rybakina.
Yeah, that's very good. And Rybakina even knew that Sabalenka
15.
was going to take that forehand cross, got a head start there, but it was just too high quality of a shot from Aryna. Definitely looks more focused and walking around with, I think, more, her head on her shoulders a little bit better, more clarity, I think, from Sabalenka.
Rybakina serves, finds the net. 47 minutes played on Rod Laver Arena for this final. Serves to the forehand of Sabalenka, who goes straight back at Rybakina. That one's long from the Kazakh.
And on the return, starting to get a little bit more shape
15-30.
on the ball instead of going hard and flat, which is kind of feeding into what Rybakina likes off the ground.
Here's an opportunity for Aryna Sabalenka. 15-30 on the Rybakina serve. Love 1. First exertion of pressure. Let's see how Rybakina handles this. The 1-2 punch is really good from Elena Rybakina. Forehand inside in up the line.
Well, she did well after that serve to get away from that forehand, because that cross court didn't quite get the angle, but Rybakina looking for the forehand got around it beautifully.
She did. 30-all. Serves out wide, just a little cut at this on the chop forehand from Sabalenka, but it delivered a ball that Rybakina was delighted to see, and she put away the forehand down the line for the clean winner.
Controlled that well. There was a previous point in the first set where she had missed that one cross court, and she looked over to Stefan, her coach, and he said, hit that one down the line, and that was almost a duplicate point, and did well to change that up.
40-30. Point here for 1-all in the second set. Rybakina the first set, 6-4. Serve here. Sabalenka unloads on this and loves it immediately. Landing that near the baseline with the backhand kicking high.
And there was zero doubt in her mind what she was going to do on that return, and stayed committed to it. Was well inside the court to take the backhand down the line early.
Serving here out wide, Rybakina, that's good serving. That's going to float long from Sabalenka. She can't control that ball.
Advantage, Rybakina.
172 out wide. Earns her another game point here for 1-all. Rybakina sets herself, looking for the ace down the middle, didn't find it. Second serve, missed this as well, did Rybakina. Looking for the tee serve.
Yes.
It was a brave serve.
Yeah, it was, but she really wanted to avoid the backhand, it seemed like, on that kick serve. Didn't feel comfortable going over there, and, I mean, missed that one by a lot going down the tee.
So we get to deuce on the Rybakina serve. I'd love one. So Sabalenka has a big go at this. There's going to be a couple of forehands. She finds the open cornering, trying to get herself going here. Aryna Sabalenka, the big come on. And she's got a break point.
Sabalenka.
Again, a definitely more high quality shot off the return, and a shot that's what she wants to produce consistently. The little bit more height over the net, the heavier spin, forcing Rybakina to hit up.
So the first moment of real tension and pressure for Elena Rybakina. Sabalenka meets this first serve on the run, makes another ball. Good volley, really good volley. Low down forehand from Elena Rybakina.
Yeah, that's too good. Sabalenka didn't do anything wrong in that point. Actually, I felt like hit a very good ball low to the feet of Sabalenka, but Rybakina, we don't see her come into the net that much in matches, but I feel like when she comes in, she's coming off a very strong approach shot. She handled that low ball beautifully.
Deuce. Serving here, Sabalenka landing this back in the court on the backhand, swings around onto the forehand. Good depth, both players, in fact, good depth here. Rybakina kicking this ball up high, flattening out from Sabalenka. Big fist pump as well again as she goes cross court, and Rybakina can only find the bottom of the net, and the pressure is increasing here on Elena Rybakina.
It's just an interesting rally from Rybakina 3 times in a row. A very different kind of shot that she just lofted in the air. Strange.
Trying to take pace off or kick it up high?
I think trying to get depth, but she just didn't have enough power behind it.
So facing break point again, Elena Rybakina serves. This time she finds the net with the first serve. Is this the moment that Sabalenka can jump ahead in this set? Loads on a big backhand, but the opposite corner forehand is really, really good from Elena Rybakina. Found some absolute precision with that forehand. Sees off the break point.
Yeah, again, very good from Rybakina that time. Sabalenka couldn't get as clean of a strike, just gave a little extra time there for Rybakina.
Deuce out wide. The chopped forehand response from Sabalenka lands it on the baseline. Back she goes cross court. Rybakina returns the favour. Dug out by Sabalenka. Up the line more centrally. That time from Rybakina onto the forehand. The first lengthy rally of the match goes the way of Sabalenka. The miss hit from Rybakina on the forehand into the net, and it's a third break point for Aryna Sabalenka.
Yeah, interesting that Rybakina felt like the need that she had to go for the chip on that last forehand. Just felt like she wasn't quite in position, felt a little bit off balance, and tried to redirect down the line.
Jill Krabus and Steve Pearce with you on AR Radio. Kate Kearns, part of our broadcast team tonight. Rybakina serves. Sabalenka with the response up the line. Brilliant from Rybakina. A stand and deliver backhand of supreme quality.
So good. And so calm. On break point down, just really trusted herself on that backhand down the line. That is one of her best shots, but still under pressure. Never doubted herself.
Sabalenka is pushing and pushing and pressing here. Serve from Rybakina. This is going to land just in from Sabalenka. Flat forehand response from Rybakina and into the net from the twice champion. And Rybakina has a game point now for 1-1.
Sabalenka did well to get that return back in play, and not easy when it's just so deep, no pace on the baseline. You have so many choices going through your head, but well controlled from Rybakina.
So game point for Rybakina. She serves. Forehand is good from Sabalenka. On the run, she makes the backhand cross court. That's too low from Rybakina. She went down low, but she maybe didn't get low enough to play that backhand and hit it halfway up the net.
It's amazing when you hit that ball so flat how low it stays. And Rybakina, as tall as she is, actually both of them, they do well. Both of them to get down with the legs. Almost a 10-minute game now.
For the opening service game for Rybakina in this second set. There's a lot hanging on this, you feel, at deuce. Sabalenka can't get this ball over the net. Good serving from the fifth seed. And she earns a game point again.
Rybakina.
They have attention inside Rod Laver Arena right now. And right around the world, wherever you're listening or watching, or both. Rybakina serves out wide. She misses this one. Second serve. Both feet inside the baseline for Sabalenka. Rybakina lands this big aggressive backhand. Miss hit from Sabalenka. She misses it up the line, and Rybakina hangs on a couple of break points, but she stared them down. One game all. Second set.
Yeah, dealt with those pressure points very well. And Sabalenka is lifting, and even though she couldn't come away with that break, should feel good about being able to apply some pressure to the Rybakina serve.
Now the disappointment of not taking one of those breakpoint chances. She's just got to stride back to the baseline with balls in hand and got a hold here. A set down already, so there is very little wriggle room for Aryna Sabalenka. Twice the champion, but lost last year in the final to Madison Keys. Good serve, good response from Rybakina. That was going to be a winner, but clipped the tape from Sabalenka. So Rybakina's still in this. Oh, no. No.
She's not in it anymore.
The backhand from Rybakina lands on the end of the Melbourne sign.
Well, that was just a strange point, completely different than what we were going to expect. That let court Rybakina just set up for the backhand, and she just lofted it. It was not really much pace in the air, and Sabalenka was able to create the angle, got her way off court.
15 love. Serving here.
30.
That's good serving. Forehand into the net from Rybakina. AO Radio right around the world. Great having your company, however you're listening to us. iHeartRadio, Sirius XM, courtesy of the ESPN radio network in the United States. Vision Australia radio network right across Australia. Tune in right around the world, and SEN here in Melbourne. However you're listening to us, or whether it's through the app, it's lovely having your company here for the women's singles final of 2026. Sabalenka serves a double. Wow.
Well, it just looked that
30,
looked like
15.
that toss got way far away from her. It was way forward, and she's just motioning that to kick that one. And when you do that, you need to get the toss behind you a little bit. But she was reaching for that toss way away from her.
30-15, 1-1 in the second. First set. Elena Rybakina, if you're just joining us here on AO Radio. Serves down the middle. Rybakina with an extravagant forehand.
40-15.
Flies that long beyond the baseline, and Sabalenka will be pretty happy to see that. 40-15.
Pretty happy to see. I mean, we don't see much emotion from Rybakina either, and she'll be happy to see already Rybakina throwing her arms in the air to her team, not quite getting the return, connecting with returns as much as she did in the first set.
A pivotal moment in this match right here, as Sabalenka serves onto the backhand of Rybakina. Goes back behind her, Sabalenka on the run. Really good from Rybakina. Made that forehand. Well defended by Sabalenka. Sabalenka then goes back cross court on the backhand.
Damn,
looking
Sabalenka.
for the really tight angle. Rybakina found the net, and Sabalenka holds
Sabalenka
and holds
leads
firm.
by
2 games to 1 in the second set. The first set to Elena Rybakina. Kate.
Steve, you'll be happy to know that Upper Coomera is between Brisbane and the Gold Coast near Dreamworld Amusement Park. Have you been to Dreamworld? Yes.
I have, yes.
And that's from Mark from Sydney, and he also wants to know whether or not Jill likes Vegemite.
Jill?
Jill?
Not
You
a
don't-
huge fan of Vegemite, but I have to say I've only tried it once, and I know it does kind of, I've heard it has an acquired taste.
Yes, but usually you start acquiring that age.
So I tried it, I think, when I
you